Hey everyone, today we're diving into the world of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment to figure out which playable characters truly dominate the battlefield. Whether you're smashing through hordes of enemies or pulling off those crazy combos, some characters just make everything feel effortless. We're talking about the ones that can turn the tide of any fight and leave you wondering why you didn't pick them sooner. In this video, I'm breaking down the strongest picks in the game and what makes them so deadly in combat. From fast attackers to heavy hitters, we'll see who's worth your time and who might be better left on the sidelines. So grab your controller, get ready for some epic battles, and let's find out which heroes you absolutely need on your team. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Typhon, Vence, Kino, Largo, Shalani, Braton, and Pastos. You know, sometimes in Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, it feels like you're trying to assemble a dream team, but you're stuck with the bench warmers. Enter our C-tier lineup, the characters that aren't quite stealing the spotlight, but they've got their moments if you're willing to put in the work. Let's start with Shalani. Oh, Shalani. Playing with this guy is like trying to land a perfect shot in basketball. You need precision and timing down to a science. Your combos can look absolutely amazing, but only if you're perfectly aware of your distance from enemies and the exact moment to strike. One wrong move and suddenly your big play turns into a faceplant. Next up is Largo. Largo is, well, he's standard. Nothing too flashy, nothing too weak. The problem? He gets completely outclassed by Chia in pretty much every aspect. So if you want a character who can sort of hold the line but won't carry your team, Largo's your guy. Otherwise, he might just sit on the bench while Chia dazzles everyone. Then we have Kino. Kino is decent, no doubt about it. His combos for smashing enemies are pretty satisfying, and hitting multiple foes at once feels great. The catch? Mobility. This guy moves like he's wading through molasses sometimes. You've got to plan your attacks carefully or risk getting stuck while the enemies waltz around you. Vence comes next, and honestly, he's another standard pick. He's reliable if you need someone to just exist on the battlefield, but Rafika totally overshadows him. Using Vence feels a bit like bringing a butter knife to a sword fight. He's fine, but why not just grab Rafika and have a smoother ride? Now, Typhon is a bit of an interesting case. He draws a nice parallel to the mysterious construct, and you can make some really fun plays with him. But here's the kicker: once Typhon's path crosses with the mysterious construct, he's basically benched. It's like having a mini celebrity on your team who suddenly disappears when the main act shows up. Pastos is another one who's standard fare. Decent for what he does, but Agraston totally outshines him. If you're feeling nostalgic for the simpler days before Agraston came along, Pastos can still hold his own, but it's going to require a bit of effort to make him shine. And finally, we have Braton. Oh boy, Braton. This guy gets outclassed by both Agraston and Pastos, and if you're not careful, using him could actually leave you open to enemy attacks. Think of him as the wildcard in your deck. You might get lucky, or you might end up eating dust. So yeah, C-tier characters aren't the stars of the show, but they've got their charm. They're the ones you bring out when the higher tier heroes are busy, or just when you want a bit of a challenge. Treat them right, put in the effort, and sometimes, just sometimes, they can surprise you in the heat of battle. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Rafika, Agraston, Pinnek, Ronza, Mysterious Construct, Two-Handed, and Cadlin. Alright, let's talk about the B-tier crew in Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. These are the characters that can actually make a difference, but they come with a few quirks that you've got to keep in mind if you don't want to embarrass yourself on the battlefield. Rafika kicks things off. She's got great movement speed, and her combos often chain into wide-range area of effect attacks, which is super satisfying when you land them. The only catch? Some of her unique skills require precise aiming. Not a deal breaker, but miss your shot and suddenly you're looking at the enemies laughing at you. Agraston is next. This guy's strong attack isn't just for damage, it lets you zip through enemies while knocking them down. It's fun, it's flashy, it's not the fastest in attack speed though. So if you're expecting a rapid fire spree, Agraston might make you a little impatient. Pinnek is a solid alternative to Raoru. His normal attacks cover a wide area and he's got good movement and attack speed. Basically, if Raoru was busy, Pinnek steps in and says, "Don't worry, I've got this," and actually means it. Ronza deserves a shout out as the best two-hand wielder. Heavy hits, crazy damage, yet he doesn't turn into a slow tank while swinging. It's like watching a sumo wrestler gracefully dance around, powerful yet still mobile. Mysterious Construct two-handed is, well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. You still get to use the Zonai device perks tied to the character, which is neat, but the attacks are heavy and slow down mobility compared to the other types. It's kind of like trading speed for brute force. And finally, Cadlin. Agile, yes. Forward-facing combos though. Let's just say they leave a lot to be desired. He can move around the battlefield like a ninja, but if your combo execution isn't perfect, you might end up staring at a bunch of untouched enemies wondering what just happened. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Zelda, Minoru, Rue, Calamo, Mysterious Construct Spear, and Ardi. Let's dive into the A tier lineup in Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. These are the characters that make you feel like, yeah, I can actually handle this battlefield without losing my mind. They're not quite the god tier legends, but they bring some serious firepower. Starting off with Zelda. Now, Zelda's a bit of a strategist. She can deal damage from afar with her strong attacks, which is super handy when you want to stay out of trouble. Her combos often lead into wide range area of effect attacks, so when you hit them right, it's a beautiful mess for the enemies. The only thing is, Zelda requires some setup. She's slower than some of the characters we've already talked about, so you'll need to plan your attacks a little. Think of her as the sharpshooter who takes a moment to line up the perfect shot. Worth it every time. Next, we have Calamo. This guy is fantastic if you like dealing elemental damage. He can unleash his attacks with little to no setup, which means you can start melting enemies pretty much immediately. And the best part, he's especially deadly against foes with elemental weaknesses. Calamo also has good base movement speed, so you're not just hitting hard, you're hitting fast. No waiting around, no awkward positioning, just elemental chaos. RD is our Gerudo star, agile, fuss-free, and capable of lightning-based attacks without breaking a sweat. Using RD feels like the character version of a mic drop, fast, flashy, and leaves enemies stunned. Mysterious Construct Spear is more straightforward but extremely effective. Its combos are more forward-facing rather than trying to hit a wide area, but the seamless use of Zonai devices lets you smash foes and pull off some impressive elemental chains, precision over chaos, and it works beautifully. Minoru, on the other hand, is all about crowd control. Great crowd clearing combos that don't just mow down enemies, they also provide mobility. You're not just hitting targets, you're moving through the battlefield like a whirlwind. Minoru also makes excellent use of Zonai devices. Pair this with her crowd clearing attacks, and you can pull off some insane elemental chains that make you feel like you're running the show. The beauty of A-tier characters is that they excel in specific scenarios. Dealing with mobs, check exploiting enemy weaknesses, check minimal setup required, double check. These characters let you play smart without feeling like you're constantly fighting against your own limitations. Having them on your team makes battles feel a lot more manageable and, honestly, a lot more fun. You can see your strategies come together in a way that feels satisfying without requiring superhero level execution. So, while they might not be the absolute top tier legends, A-tier characters are the ones you want in your lineup when you want efficiency, power, and just a little bit of style on the battlefield. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Chia, Rauru, and Mysterious Construct one-handed. Alright, now we've reached the creme de la creme, the S tier characters in Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. These are the ones that make you feel unstoppable, like the battlefield is your personal playground. Starting with Chia. This character is lightning fast, especially if you've got those camp bonuses stacked. Combos, easy mob clearing, but the real fun comes when you mix the hydrant with the freeze emitter between combos. You can literally freeze enemies and even bosses in place until you smash or beat them. It's chaotic, it's satisfying, and it feels downright unfair. Next up is Rauru. The YX combo is a dream. Clear mobs and cover good distance just by executing the combo. And the strong attack? Great range, and all you have to do is mash X repeatedly. Simple, effective, and super fun. Then there's Mysterious Construct one-handed. This one's a masterpiece of Zonai device integration. Its combos cover a wide range, wiping out mobs instantly, and you can pull off elemental chains seamlessly. If you loved playing Link in Age of Calamity, this is basically the spiritual successor you've been waiting for. S-tier characters aren't just fast, they're efficient. You're moving, smashing, and chaining elemental attacks without feeling like you're fighting the controls. It's like the game finally hands you the keys to the Chaos Kingdom and says, go wild. Having them on your team is like having cheat codes, but in a completely legit way. Combos, mobility, and sheer ease of use put them miles ahead of the competition. If you're serious about dominating the battlefield, these are the ones you pick first. So yeah, when it comes to S tier, there's no debate. Chia, Rauru, and Mysterious Construct One-Handed are your top dogs, your MVPs, don't even bother bringing anyone else characters. With them, you're not just playing the game, you're owning it. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.